On the Radio is brought to you by Zurich Insurance, the perfect place to catch up with all things Melbourne. If you enjoy this content and want more inside access from the team, make sure you visit the club website.
Oh, keep your eyes on the red and the blue. Best start to a season since 1994 for the Demons. They are 4-0, and a big reason for that is the defender, the former Giant turned D, Adam Tomlinson, who's been good enough to join us this morning. Thanks, Tomo.
Sam, thanks for having me, mate. How are you going?
Oh, I'm going well, but how are you going? Undefeated a month into the season. How does it feel this morning? Must be magnificent.
Oh, it's a pretty good feeling. The footy club's a great place to be, and in my 10 years, I've never been 4-0, and many times I've been 0-4, but it's a great feeling. It's an awesome feeling, and it's sort of reward for the hard work that we've sort of put in over the last 6 months. So it's great.
And I sat in the outer, I've got to say, yesterday, Adam, and you can feel the passion amongst the red and blue family there. There's probably some pent-up frustration. I mean, for you as a player, it's your second season at the club. Obviously, last year you weren't able to play in front of fans. There was, I think maybe only 34,000 there, but, gee, they made some noise, the Melbourne fans.
Oh, they did, and it's funny when the umpires made a call and it went our way, especially later in the game, the crowd erupted, and it was a really good thing. And you're right, last year we didn't have those fans, and obviously they may have been a little bit frustrated over the last few years, but to hear them sort of cheer the song at the end and just get behind us as a playing group's been fantastic, and it makes us play taller.
Now, you've been playing tall, I've got to say. You know, your role has changed. You've gone down back. Some other guys alongside you have got the headlines, but you've just been quietly getting the job done. Do you like the off-Broadway sort of nature of it all, or would you just like a little pat on the back from the fan base, Tomo?
I think everyone likes a little pat on the back. But it's a great place to be at the moment in the back line. We've become a really united unit, and it's been great. And to move down there and play with Maisie and Rick Lever, or Jake Lever, I should say, it's been fantastic. And I did play a lot in the back line when I was at the Giants, and it is a really good place to play when you're winning and playing good footy. And it's great fun, and we look forward to it each week.
Now, I think he didn't have to stay overnight in the hospital, but did he get a chance to bring some nice roses along to Maisie while he had his feet up at hospital there?
I spoke to him on the phone, and whether he could understand what I was saying or not was another thing. But he's at home and resting, and fingers crossed he's going to be sort of out for the shortest amount of time. We're not sure what it's going to be, but he's such a vital player to us, and what he does week in, week out is phenomenal, and the way he sort of developed while he's been at the D's alone's been amazing. And I love playing footy with him, and fingers crossed he's going to be okay, because it wasn't pretty on the boundary line. Now,
I know you're not the club doctor, Adam, but can you give us some insight as to how he's gone sort of diagnosis-wise in terms of the actual nature of the injury?
I've got no idea what's actually happened. I just saw the photo of his swollen eye. So he's copped a hit to the eye, or the side of the face, and his eye blew up. Pretty much by the time he got to the dugout, it was already closed over. So I can't tell you exactly what's happened, but we just got told. When I spoke to him on the phone, he said he was in good spirits and he was going to be okay, but it wasn't great when it first happened.
And when he was being helped from the field, did you know it was going to be you that was going to get tapped to look after Big Tommy Hawkins?
Well, I think as soon as he went down, all the back six, we all looked at each other and they just said, off you go, Tomo. Go to the goal square. But no, we'd spoken about it during the week, if Maisie was off or if he was out of position, that I'd take him. And we worked really hard together during the week just to be able to sort of cover for each other. And look, we both train on each other, and we've got some pretty big forwards who are pretty heavy that we like to sort of train against. So I wasn't sort of scared or nervous about the opportunity. I actually loved it, and being able to play on Hawkins for 3 quarters. And when there was a high ball, I felt really comfortable playing on him. It's just the way Geelong move the ball, and they kick it to him so well when it's low and out in front. It's really hard to defend. But every time there was a high ball, I didn't feel uncomfortable and felt really confident. But it was, when they move the ball quick in transition, he's a really hard player to defend.
And I imagine the best part of it is at recovery probably this morning, you can put your hand up as laying claim to be the big stopper. You know, Jake Lever takes these pretty intercept marks floating across, but with Maisie out, you're the big bopper now.
Yeah, I'll claim it, but not sure it's just like that. But the good thing about the back seven is we try and cover for each other a lot. And Jake's super. He's been amazing in the way he can sort of chop out. And one person who probably won't get much credit was Angus Brayshaw, came from the midfield and had to pinch hit down back. And I don't reckon he's played off half back at all, but I was screaming at him to just sort of sit in front wherever he went and just not let the lead up happen. And it's credit to the boys being able to adapt so quickly, and it shows sort of the maturity that's grown within the group over the last sort of 6 months. And it was a great win because we did have to adapt so much throughout the game as Maisie went down.
And if it is, hopefully, as you say, a short absence for Stephen May, who perhaps comes in the short term? The coach, Simon Goodwin, mentioned Harry Petty might get a look in.
I was going to say, I don't want to play match committee, but Harrison Petty's been playing some really good footy in the VFL and of the practice matches they've had. And I'd be super excited to play alongside him if he does come into the side, because he's worked really hard and he's a great kid. And he's a country boy who we like to call him farm strong, because he doesn't look too big, but he can throw some boys around. But yeah, if it is him, I'd love to play alongside him.
And what about someone like Jaden Hunt, who you've been playing a little bit more alongside as well, given he's come back to the fold down back there? He's been important, hasn't he? He was great yesterday.
I play alongside him on the footy field and on the golf course, and he's come a long way in both areas, to be honest. He's now playing off one, and he's absolutely dominating on the footy field. And we call him Wheels at the footy club, because when he gets up and going, no one can catch him. He's super quick. And, the development and just, the ability to adapt to a different position has been great to see. And he's loving his football. And, we're all just sort of loving playing for each other.
Tell us about Choco Williams coming to the club, Adam. Well, what sort of impression has he made? We know he's a unique character, quote unquote. But what impression has he made on the playing group and the influence that he might have had on you as a team?
Oh, it's funny, because I had Choco in my first year at the Giants.
Of course.
And we are still doing stuff that we did back then right now. And he's the perfect character we need at our footy club, because he doesn't sugarcoat anything. He just says it how it is. But he also gives the boys a pump up for the things that go unnoticed. And it is great. He's been phenomenal in the way he teaches for the young boys, but even for the senior boys, and just sort of tinkering or making you strive to be even better than what you are has been amazing. And I love having him at the footy club. People sometimes don't know how to sort of talk to him, because he can be a different character, but I absolutely love him. And he's been great for me personally and the footy club, and I love working alongside him. Just
a couple more individuals. I know you're not on the match committee, as you say, but just speaking generally, Ben Brown, was spoken of pretty optimistically by Troy Chaplin as well yesterday in the coverage on AFL Nation. How do you see him coming back in to form and fitness in the near future?
Yeah, Brownie played in the VFL on the weekend, and from all reports, played really well. He played 3 quarters, and he's a phenomenal player. And to have a pillar up forward like that is going to be really good for us. And over time, I presume it's going to happen because he's been able to play some really good footy in the past. But at the same time, it's a problem for the coaches to have when the team's going well and a lot of boys are knocking on the door to get into the side. They've got to sort of either leave someone out or not pick them. And it's a great problem to have, but it just makes the boys playing want to sort of hold their spot and play even better and more consistent football. And Majak Daw is a great story, but we, from the outside, haven't heard a lot since that first practice match where I think he might have kicked 4. How's he faring at the moment? Yeah, great. He's another player that's sort of knocking on the door to sort of take a spot. And he's a phenomenal story, and he's a superhuman in the gym, and he's so strong in what he does. And his time will come. But again, there's about 4 of them in the same boat up forward. They're all competing for a couple of spots, and when we keep winning, it's sort of hard to get a game. Well, you're going beautifully, Adam, on the field, but maybe even off the field as well. Now, I don't want to embarrass you here, but just got a text while we're talking anonymously, I must stress, from an old acquaintance of yours. I hear maybe an engagement might be in the offing. I don't know about that. That is, I don't know who stitched me up there and sent that in, but I'd love to know who it is. They've also suggested that your love of reality TV's out of control, and some teammates are really questioning it. Is that closer to home? I reckon this is Gorney. Gorney sent these in. Hey, I can't reveal. You could either choose to confirm nor deny. Totally your call. Well, I don't know. I don't mind a bit of reality TV, but whatever's on TV, I'm happy to watch. But I've been thrown under the bus here.
No, it's all good, mate. You've been magnificent. You got Hawthorn this weekend, of course, and then one we're all looking forward to, of course, is Anzac weekend and the big one against Richmond on Anzac Eve. Thanks so much for joining us, Adam, and being a good sport this morning.
No, thank you very much for having me, mate. Cheers.
Adam Tomlinson there. And what could there be a better time? If you're of the red and blue persuasion and you haven't signed up as a member, what are you doing? Make sure you get to melbournefc.com.au. Surely there's no better time to sign up. Or you can call 1300 Demons to show your support and sign on as a member. It is the best way to support your club. Adam Tomlinson joining us, an integral part of probably, I think it's fair to say, a more defensive-minded and orientated Melbourne Footy Club who have just made their best start to a season since 1994.